Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. We're going to pull into Woodsboro, Texas in just a few minutes. Not a bad day. It's in the mid 80s. Sun with just a little bit of haze. It was pretty interesting. It was clear when I got up this morning, and then the fog just rolled in. You could literally see it creeping in. And then within an hour, it was all gone again. We're going across Port Bay, just a small bay right off Copano Bay, off Aransas Bay, off the Gulf of Mexico. Write that down in case you need to find your way out of here. I want to thank Sonia and her husband. Sent me a gift through my PayPal. Thank you very much, guys. I didn't get your husband's name, Sonia, but thank you. You guys ready? Roll my intro. Just pulling into Woodsboro, Texas. Population of about 1,500. Lots of well-maintained homes. Town Square, Woodsboro, Texas. Very beautiful. Some of the businesses on the town square are open. There's a bar. There's kind of like a convenience store. And around the corner is Tuttle's. And Tuttle's is kind of a legendary place in this area. Tuttle's started about 1928. And it is still owned and operated, third generation within the family. Very nice windmill and Halloween decorations. But I did come to go to Tuttle's today. I have to be honest, I tried their buffet once before. I just didn't like it. Today I'm going to try it again. Here's what I really need to come back to Tuttle's for. They hand cut their own meat here. They do their own packaging. Steaks, sausages, something called a Texas Twinkie, which I will return just to get one of those and cook it on my own, show it to you guys. The dining area I actually like. Looks like a typical Texas, almost like a barbecue type place, dining room. Everything is clean. The staff is running all around. Very nice girl behind the counter where they have the hot food items. So mac and cheese, fried fish, baked fish, vegetable casserole, coleslaw, and I believe the small things were fried shrimp, peaches and cottage cheese from the salad bar, and I got a piece of cake. I was disappointed that the hot food wasn't hot. The baked fish, the casserole, the fried fish, it just wasn't hot. And I got here at like 11:05, so I don't know what to say about that. I really like Tuttle's. I'm going to go back and try some of the packaged items that they do here, but I was disappointed. They also process wild game there. My friend Bubba told me about how they would hunt with his dad and bring a whole deer in there and get deer sausage. This is off the town square. This is not Tuttle's. I noticed the swastikas, and I found that really odd. I was hoping this building was built before World War II. The swastika at one point was a symbol for infinity, which is why the Nazis kind of took it over. It's been around for thousands of years, but I can't see someone building a building after World War II and purposely putting swastikas on it in a tiny Texas town. So I'm kind of intrigued. I actually looked up the tax records, volunteer fire company, of that building, and it only goes back to 1965. So I don't know if that means that building was built in 1965 or that's just when they started keeping records of it. Just found it odd, and maybe I'm one of those people who just sees swastikas everywhere. Well, we better follow up the swastika talk with a dad joke. What smells better than it tastes? Your nose. Comedy gold, folks. You go find a 6-year-old, tell them that joke, it'll kill. There are about 30 businesses still open in Woodsboro. And it started off like many of the small Texas towns around here. The railroad came through. They got a depot. They built a hotel. They advertised. People moved to the area. It grew. It got its own post office, got its own schools. Businesses sprang up. And once the passenger railroads stopped in the area, the town gradually got smaller and smaller. Still a lot of people living here. There's a lot of jobs in the area. So that's it's got a chance of making a comeback population-wise. Sinton's not far. Refugio's not far. Corpus Christi actually isn't that far. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a boom in the population growth of Woodsboro. Kind of having a year-round yard sale right there. I always find that stuff interesting. But I'll go back to Woodsboro again soon, get some of those packaged items at Tuttle's, and cook them up and show them to you, because I am intrigued by a Texas Twinkie. Tuttle's is on Facebook. I believe it was Tuttle's Grocery and Meat Market on Facebook. And check it out. They have a lot of interesting things there. I absolutely hate saying that I didn't like the buffet at Tuttle's too, because I really want to love Tuttle's. And I think once I find the right products, I will love Tuttle's. I wish we had a Tuttle's here in Rockport. I'd be there a few times a week. Got back to Rockport, trying to show you some of the structures that we see during the day and how they're lit up at night. Sun's going down. Wind kind of picked up. Overnight, we are supposed to get some rain towards dawn. Maybe a storm or two, but then clear up in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that cools things off a little bit and I get a free truck wash out of it. And I know it's just going to bring out more mosquitoes. But I'm not in charge of the weather. I just live in it. It was a nice day, guys. Short drive. I guess Woodsboro is a half hour or so each way. And you get out on some country roads. I showed you that drive. And, yeah, nice, pleasant. Oh, I just want to thank again Sonia and her husband. And Sonia, in the message you sent me, your husband's name's not in it, but thank you to both of you. It's a very nice gift, and I appreciate it. Nice to see what Eugene is up to. I didn't feed him today, but he's got a regular right here. This gentleman was in a video a few nights ago that we did. Looks like Eugene's got some competition. I'm surprised Eugene doesn't run off that seagull, because he'll run off other blue heron. He'll run off the egrets, but he doesn't seem to pay much attention to the small birds. Eugene got it. Man, that seagull wasn't really afraid of you. I'm actually surprised Eugene doesn't eat that seagull. I was talking with my buddy Terry, and here's a question for you guys. Has anyone ever seen buzzards eating a seagull? Occasionally, I'll see a dead seagull here that was hit by a car, I assume. And I never see the group of black buzzards or the turkey buzzards eating them. So they must be just horrible tasting, vile animals. You know, if Eugene doesn't eat you, you just taste really bad.